Hey guys, what's up? So I haven't done videos in a while. I haven't been feeling good. Well, it's not that I haven't been feeling good. I've been sleeping a lot. And I have like the sniffles, like out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, but kind of out of nowhere. It's not a big deal though. Um, I'm like sniffling in my. Oh my god, I'm like sniffling in my other videos. Um. Anyways, so look, I have like so many papers like back and forth of like stuff to do videos on, and I'm like looking at it because like I'm awake, I might as well do videos, like because during the day I'm always doing something, or I have my kid and it's loud or just whatever. So if I'm awake, I'm gonna take advantage of doing videos. So anyways, so I have all these written down. So I had one that I was gonna do, right? And I was supposed to do it. No, I wasn't gonna do that one either. So I was doing one the other day, but then it got messed up. It didn't even get messed up. I should have just kept doing it, but it was supposed to be a tidbit and it turned into like already a 6-minute video and I wasn't done. I should have just kept going, but whatever. So it came out good too. Maybe I'll just like add on to it. No, we're not doing that. Okay. So what I'm gonna talk about is, what was it? Oh, taking on other people's identities in relationships. So I was like literally not gonna do this. I was in my bathroom looking for my those earrings, and all of a sudden it like popped into my head. I don't even know why it popped into my head, but it popped into my head, so I'm gonna talk about it. So I've also went through it, so I know what it's like. I also know how I got out of it. So let's see if I can explain that part at least. I know how I can explain, whatever. So I don't even know if this has anything to really do with it, but I'm still gonna say it. Oh my god, hold on. Okay. So my therapist today, she goes, all right. She goes, we haven't made like a goal plan of like, 6 months down the road, you want to have a goal to reach in therapy. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Because I don't go to therapy for like goals. I just go to therapy kind of more to learn about myself, but learn trauma therapy, I've been doing therapy since I was 12. I think up until, how old was I? I had her for 5 years. Fucking most amazing therapist ever. And now I've had this one for a year. And she's like, okay, she's different. And when she doesn't understand what I'm saying, or she like assumes what I'm saying, I get like pissed. And I have to not do that. Yeah, that's something that I need to work on. But anyways, it's okay. Like I'll tell her after, like, no, that's not it. But everybody has different ways of looking at things, and I am good with her. I don't be mean about it. I don't have my fucking thing. Anyways, so I'm talking to her, and she asked me that. Hold on. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, the only thing I can think about, if anything, is abandonment issues subconsciously. Because, like, I don't have abandonment issues, but I probably do, and I don't even realize it. Because, like, the person that I had abandonment issues from that stemmed was my dad. And now I have, like, a wicked good relationship with my dad. I don't think my dad's going to leave anymore, And he never really did, but the way things turned out in my life made it look like he did. And I can look at things differently now as a child. Maybe I'll just do this as a video and then do the other one. Because yeah, we'll do that. Tidbit! Okay, so, abandonment issues, okay? As a child, we don't understand what's going on. Hold on a second. Okay. As children, we don't understand the concept of what's going on, where we can make beliefs on being abandoned, on people going to leave us, and I don't know, I kind of learned that over the years with the last person that I was talking to and like whatever, I learned a lot from him. And it took me 3 years to get to where I am at the point where I don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, I've been like this for a couple months now, but like it's different. It's where like he'll call me and I won't even pick up. Like I don't even care anymore. Um, anyways, so I learned with him that if somebody wants to walk away, you let them walk away. Because if somebody doesn't want to be in your life, then don't want to be in their life because they're not worth it. You know what I mean? Like when somebody shows you at face value the first time how they are, take that as that's how they are. Because they could put on a show and be like all like sweet and like, you know, charming and all of that, especially if they're a Libra. I'm just kidding. But it is true, actually. My ex is a fucking Libra and he is so fake charming. Like it's so difficult for certain people that know he's a horrible person to still not looking like he still will trick you. Not me, but like other people. It's funny, but it's not. Like he's just so charming. Not to me, but yeah. Anyways, so this person, yo, I just got this fish. Somebody gave me a fish and it will not stop staring at me. Yeah, she's beautiful though. That's a long story. Anyways, so, yeah, so I learned like if they want to walk away, you let them walk away because they don't want to be in your life. So why would you try to make them stay if they don't want to be around? And then what happens, and this kind of has something to do with the taking on somebody else's identity, okay? Kind of has something to do with that too, but it doesn't. So this isn't going to be a tidbit. So anyways, yeah, so if they want to walk away, you let them walk away because obviously they don't want to be in your life. And even if they do, but they got shit to fucking worry about or they got shit to handle before they can even have you in their life, if they don't tell you that, you take it as they don't want to be in your life. Because if they're not telling you the truth, if they're not telling you what it is that's going on, so you understand and you're not being confused and led on and like stringed along, because if you, okay, people think this was going to be a separate movie too. Oh my God. It's like on my list. Like all this stuff is kind of like combined, but I have to do it separately. So if you show a person how much you love them, it actually backfires because they will think you will never leave. If you're like showing them all the time, like, oh, I'll never leave. Like, I'll always be there for you. I'll always do this, blah, 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 blah. They're gonna string you along. You're gonna be that person that they go to when they don't have anybody else, or you're gonna be that person where they go to when, you know, they need you because of whatever reason, like whatever supply you give them, that's what they go to you for when they need it. So if you try to show somebody like that you love them and they're like still not committing, or they're still not paying you any attention, or they're still, you know, blocking you, denying you, whatever the situation is that they're doing, you know, take that at face value. Some people take things at face value that don't need to be taken at face value. Like, you don't have to give it. Oh my God. You don't have to get. What's up, baby girl? I have a video of her just staring at me for 28 seconds, but then she ended up going to eat. But she's doing it again. Hi. Oh, I can't. Anyways, so when you take things at face value that really actually don't have to be, it's like you're kind of fucking yourself because it doesn't need to be taken at that. So sometimes we can lose our identity in other people, in relationships, especially when we want to be with them, especially if we are with them. So this is how I can explain this. I was with my ex for 13 years, okay, my son's father. And I know him for 15, 16 years now. 2009 is when we started dating. So 14, I don't fucking know. Anyways, so, jeez, mother crapper. Okay, so let's see, it's 10/12. Of course, that's his birthday. Of course, she stopped. Go eat, you know. Anyways, so I realized when we actually broke up, I did not know who the fuck I was. Like, I was so lost to an extent, you know, like, you still have your qualities, you still have, like, you, but, like, you kind of shine a light on them and take on their qualities in a way and become who they are, like what they like, do what they do, you know, stuff like that. So, like, to this day, I don't know what fucking, like, TV show to watch. None of it really interests me, though. That's the thing. But if he was around, I would be watching, like, Locked Up Abroad or, you know, like, all those jail shows. And I still do. I still watch documentaries on murder. Like, I love documentaries on murder. It's a fucked up thing with me. Because I had a love-hate relationship with him. So, being hurt, not necessarily him beating me up, but, like, my skin, I would be able to bruise easily. So if we were having sex and I even hit, like, my leg on something, I would get a bruise. So, like, that was sexy to me. Like, bruises were sexy to me. This is fucked up. So I would take naked pictures with him. Well, he would take them of me with bruises all over me. And, like, that was the point of it. So, like, when I watch murder stuff, sometimes it actually turns me on. But, like, I would never murder anybody. Like, I don't think that's cool. It's just, like, I don't know. I've learned it's, like, a love-hate, like, kind of thing on my own. But anyways, like, that's a quality that I have because of him that came, you know, from that relationship. And that's something that has stuck with me. And also, it's because if you're toxic, which I've learned this, I should do a video on this too. Love and hate are not the same things. They're not. They're not. So, if you have BPD, like, look it up. Love-hate relationship, pull and pull, abandonment, paranoia, self-image, distorted self-image. Oh my god, when I found out I had BPD, once I know, like, if I'm diagnosed something, once I know it and I know, like, the symptoms, I can be so self-aware of them that I can heal them and change it. So when I see that I'm doing a pull and pull, like, a relationship, I can see it's because of my abandonment issues. I do see stuff like that. Like, I know that. And I know why. Oh, we're not going into BPD now. Whatever. So, in BPD, it's a hot and cold relationship. You can have it as a fearful avoidant attachment as well. Not really dismissive avoidant, but you can kind of. Not anxious, though. I wouldn't say that. Hold on. Okay. You could really love somebody and you could really want to be with them, right? And then, like, you could really, really fall for them and have really strong feelings for them, and then you get scared that they're gonna leave, so you fucking bounce. But it's like you want a relationship, but, like, you don't. You do. You want to be loved, but you don't let yourself. It's a, you know, and your fear of abandonment, you usually manifest what you fear, and you manifest what you think you are, and you manifest what you are, because that's what attracts. Like to like attracts. Like attracts like. So it's like, if you have a fear of abandonment, especially when you have borderline personality disorder, which is more of an emotionally irregulated thing. You shouldn't even have a freaking borderline personality disorder thing. It's emotionally irregulation. Like, it's working on your regulation of emotions. And I have a very high emotional intelligence, so anyways, because I worked on that. But Like, I don't react to anything. It's so crazy. And my cutoff game is so easy. So crazy how I got that way. But again, it's because of relationships, and it's kind of just like, I love myself more than to deal with your shit. I'll find somebody that won't put me through psychological warfare for me to stay. So that's the thing. If you show somebody that I love you so much, like, I used to be like this. I'd be like, you're worthy of love, like, you deserve it, like, you're a good person. They're not a good person. They're fucking with you because you're telling them how much you love them. Do you really love them, or is it like an obsessive thing, an infatuation thing? Which kind is it? Because, okay, this was another video. Because nowadays, people think that if you're obsessed with them, that's love, because you'll chase after them, because, like, you won't want anything but them. Like, you need them. You're codependent on them for, like, whatever it is. And I don't mean money and materialistic things. I mean, like, emotionally. So it's like, I'm a romantic. I actually really am. And I'll show you that even if you're a shitbag. But now, if I show you that and you still act like a shitbag, you're a shitbag. And I want nothing to do with you. You know? And that's taking things at face value. You know, like, you don't want to see it. So, like, this was another video. So, say, you know, you mess with somebody, right? And they hurt you, and you break up. And then all of a sudden, they start messaging you. And you're like, and they're like, oh, you know, and so you're talking to somebody, right? And you're like, oh, they're messaging me, da-da-da. It's like, oh, what are they saying? Oh, you know, how they just, like, miss me, and da-da-da-da-da. Okay. But are they talking about the relationship? Are they taking accountability for what they did? Are they wanting to take your relationship to the next level and have a commitment? Like, pretty much everything that they weren't doing, are they trying to do it now? Or are they just saying they miss you? Because if they're just saying they miss you, one, it could just be bullshit. Two, it could just be trying to get something out of you that they used to get out of you before. Three, if they're used to being able to manipulate you and psychologically fuck you in the head and mentally, like, take over your mind and your emotions, they're gonna do it. They're gonna try. They're going to try. So it's like, if you give into the, oh, I miss you, da-da-da-da. Like, for me, if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, all right, so what are you gonna do about it? You know? But at the same time, if I'm in, like, a mood where, like, I just want to have sex, I'm able to do that now. Where before, sex was very emotionally attachment. It was like, if I had sex with you, that was love. And I learned that's not true. So it was like, again, I kept, you know, messing with this person because I was thinking sex is love. But if they don't stick around and you're still, like, in that, you know, whatever, it's like, but what are you doing? Like, they're not even giving you that. Like, what are you doing? Go get it from somebody else that actually cares and will give it to you better than them. But I don't know if I really do anymore, but I had, like, a sex addiction, so, but this person actually kind of healed it for me because I liked him so much and loved him that I actually stayed out of the whole entire 3 years that we weren't together and I was doing this shit. I didn't have sex with, like, anybody else. I had sex with somebody once, and it was literally just because I was on acid, and I literally said to them, like, hey, can you fuck with no emotional attachment? It wasn't anything. And then, like, I shouldn't be saying this, but then, like, one of my neighbors told me that I couldn't do something. And I was like, yeah, you want to fucking bet? Yeah, I proved him wrong. He would bother me all the time after that. Every time he was fucked up on coke, he's like, I can't go to bed unless you blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, no, not. I I was just doing it that one time to prove to you that you can be a classy whore. Like, you don't need to watch porn. Like, you can have a classy porn star. It doesn't have to be all that. But anyways, so where was I? I don't know. Oh, identity. So it's like, you know, when we broke up, I had no idea who I was. I actually have a video 4 years ago. No, it's a long time ago. I don't know if I took it when it was going, well, it was going on, but I don't know if it was going on at that moment. Like, it was going on at that moment, but like, I don't know how to explain it. On my other channel. And I'm literally crying my eyes out. And I'm like, light workers, if you don't know who you are, it's okay. We're just confused and don't know what's going on. And I wonder what that does talk about losing your identity. Because I didn't know who the fuck I was. I'm just like, who am I? Like, what do I like? What are my passions? What do I want to do with my life? Like, why am I here? Like, asking all these questions about yourself that you have no idea. Like, what do I like? What do I want to do with my life? Like, I don't want to cater to you. I don't want to deal with bullshit with jail and you in and out and drugs and no, that's not who I am. Like, that wasn't me. I only fucking dealt with that for your ass because I loved you. And I didn't love him. I think I did, but women will emotionally detach and like they're there, but they're not there. So you could stay with somebody for a long time and that woman could not even have any emotions towards you. It could make it look like they do sometimes, but they're not there. They're completely not present. They're just there. But yeah, so you lose your identity in people, especially like when you want them to like you. You can pick up mannerisms. Like there was things that my ex would do. There's actually things that the person that I messed with just recently would do, and I would start doing, not even knowing that I was doing it. And it wasn't bad things. It was like certain things. But I actually realized like that's actually me. I just didn't know it until he brought it out of me. It's so weird. Like, it's not things that I like that he showed me because he didn't really show me shit, but it was mannerisms that he did that I automatically see, like my accent thing came out of nowhere. But I used to have one before I met my ex, the 13, the one that I was with, he's my son's father, the one that I was with for like 13 years. Like, I used to have like this Boston, like Fall River, and that's where they are from, Boston accent. And all of a sudden, like, I met him and it like went away. And then this kid comes in the picture and he's Puerto Rican, so he has like that accent. It comes out certain times. But he's also from Fall River, which is like, and he like lived in Boston before, you know, whatever. So he has that accent, and like I already had it, but it like went away. So it's like, it's just like it started coming out. But before him, so weird. I was at my boy's house, and before I met him, and a bunch of shit happened. So I started partying, not in like a way where like I was like not okay. Like, I just started drinking a little bit more than I ever do because I don't drink. And I didn't drink before that either. And so, like, you know, it was just like a distraction to everything that was going on. My baby boy, my puppy died, and I couldn't be in my house because I didn't hear him getting all fucked up and whatever. So I ended up moving in with my friend in Blackstone. I had to bring my kids. It was a mess. But what was I saying? Oh, we were drinking one day. I wasn't even drunk. We were drinking. He was so inappropriate too. He just got married. I can't fucking believe. I think she's pregnant. I think she is, which is nuts. It's nuts. The only kid that he's ever liked was my son. And he has like a little brother. And he like is so inappropriate. He pulled, like, my thong off of me in front of my kid. Like, he did shit like that. And then he'd be fucked up and not realize he would say something he shouldn't have said. And it would be, like, something about us. And I'd be like, yo, Dawson's fucking bad. And then we'd be like, oh, we're talking about Alec Baldwin. He made up some fucking weird stuff. Anyways, that fucking kid is I've never met anybody like him. He's very interesting. He's a tattoo artist, so and he's all into art and whatever. But I've even brought in things from him into my life now. But, like, that's just a part of who I am now. But it's something that I like. It's not something that's fucking fucked up. It's not a bad quality. You know, and he showed me it, and I liked it. So I picked it up and put it in my own life. And I show people all the time. It's fucking awesome. It's art. So, yeah, I was drinking one day, and all of a sudden I just started having an accent. And he's like, because my kid's name is Dawson. And I started calling him Dawson. And so I would be like, Dawson, Bethany? Dawson? So every time I would say it, they'd make fun of me. And, like, I remember his friend lived with him and his girlfriend. And all of a sudden, I don't know if he was there when Weird Changes started happening. But then there was one time I was able to say it right. And they were both like, oh, shit! Like, it was so funny. But, like, yeah, like, now I have, like, this accent that I already had. And then it came back from the kid from the last time because he has an accent. It was just weird. But anyways, so, yeah. So you kind of take on somebody's identity and you do the things that they like to do if you are easily influenced by other people, especially if you don't know who you are. Especially if you don't know the things that you like. And also, if you stop doing those things for a person, you're going to lose your identity. You know, everything that you knew yourself to be one day is going to be thrown out the window if you let it. I'm not saying that it definitely will. It's like if you let it, which some people do. So, wasn't what I was going to talk about, but there's a lot of things in there that I wasn't going to talk about, but it's okay. I wanted to do tarot reading. Like, I'm in the mood to do one. But it's like, I want to, like, look, I made more. Like, I want to make more. And then do it differently. Alright, I think that's it. I think, like, I was talking about abandonment and shit. Let me just finish that part. So, no, I'm just going to do a separate video. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you.